What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Comically Boston. It's another Monday, and we have a lot going on, a lot of news. So let's fill you in from what happened over the last week. We finished up AHSOKA. We started Loki Season 2. The Celtics started. Oh, so much going on, but let's get into it. I still can't believe that we pretty much had Rebels Season 5 or 4, or whatever it is, in live action. We didn't get to see Zeb, but we did get to see Zeb in The Mandalorian Season 3. So now we have Zeb, we have Hera, Sabine, Chopper, Ezra, all in live action. We don't have Kanan, but we do have his son Jason, so that's always a plus. I really think Jason Sindola is going to be exactly like his papa. I really would love to see Freddie Prinze Jr. play a live-action Kanan, maybe as a Force Ghost or something. But Kanan was just such a legendary character. You got to bring him back some way, somehow. But that death on Morgan Elsbeth, she looked good. She really did. Ahsoka looked better. The end of that first season, though. Can't wait to see what happens. Is there going to be a second season? Is it going to go right to a movie? Is it going to lead into Season 4 of The Mandalorian somehow? I don't know. Maybe. But Sabine and Ahsoka are trapped on the planet, and I believe Sabine's going to have some training to do. Being a Jedi isn't about wielding a lightsaber. It helps, especially in our situation. Train your mind, train your body, trust in the Force, is what Ahsoka says to her, which is good masterly advice. But let's move on to some sports for a second, huh? The Celtics, starting five, is Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Drew Holiday, and Kristaps Porzingis. And I am loving it. Last night we picked up a quick dub over the 76ers, 114-106. Jason Tatum leading the way, as always, as the man, the face of the franchise. Him and JB right next to each other always play well. It was really good to see Drew get some action with the team, and Porzingis had a very hot start for his first game in the Garden, and I believe he was really liking it. But I love Derek White's new look, all bald-headed. Not bad, but can't wait for the regular season. But I liked that preseason game because it wasn't like a football preseason game where they play the starters for the first quarter and then the rest of the game is the bench. They played the starters almost until like the third quarter, and then the fourth was the bench. But still, it was the first preseason game. They were very rusty, though. You could tell a couple bunny plays where they made good moves, and they just went to go finish at the rim, and they just haven't been playing live action basketball in a long time. So, they went to go finish, and they just kind of blew the layup or blew a pass or dropped the dribble. So that's what the preseason is for. Work out the kinks, get all of the bugs out, get all the mistakes out. Jaylen Brown wore his pants backwards. You never know what's going to happen. So get through the preseason, then the regular season. Preseason, you work out all the kinks, you iron out the wrinkles, and then you get yourself looking smooth and perfect for the regular season. But I really like that roster that we have, so it's going to be some exciting stuff moving forward. So we have some Marvel news, some interesting stuff going on. Spider-Man Freshman Year has been an animated project that we've been thinking that was going to come out a long time ago. But the Spider-Man voice actor, that was the same voice actor from What If playing Spider-Man. It wasn't Tom Holland, it was a man named Hudson Thames. And he's going to be the voice for Spider-Man Freshman Year, so interesting. I wonder if that's still supposed to be Tom Holland Spider-Man, or if this is now another Spider-Man in the multiverse. Who knows? But we also got some Marvel news that the Fantastic Four has been cast, in that it will be announced after the strike ends, for the actors' strike. So, who is the Fantastic Four? I can't say. I'm under NDA. I am the Thing. No, I'm just kidding. I really wish I was, though. I would love to play Ben Grimm Thing, but I'm guessing they got some really cool actors to do it. So I can't wait to see who their first Marvel family is. Like the Fantastic Four is a big deal, and that was coming from Matt Shakman, the director. And I think the Fantastic Four is due for a tune-up. Due for some good. Due for a good movie, right? They've had a couple movies already. Chris Evans was Human Torch, then they had Michael B. Jordan, Human Torch, two different families, but I don't know, neither of them were really solid. I mean, I liked the Chris Evans version, but I don't know, I think Marvel's going to do it right, and they're taking their time, which I like too, so we'll see. You know, they really have to get the Fantastic Four correct, and then they have to get the X-Men correct. So they have some big things on their plate, but Loki season 2 might just lead into Deadpool 3, who knows, but we'll talk about Loki more in a little bit. Some DC news. Aquaman here gets a new poster. Aquaman the Lost Kingdom coming out in December. I do like this blue suit. It's supposed to be like he's can go invisible, like a hologram tech suit, but I don't know, Mr. Momoa here, I do like him as Aquaman. I don't think they could possibly have gotten a cooler Aquaman. You know, Aquaman was always kind of like a square in the comics to me. You know, he always just kind of looked weird. But this guy with his tattoos and the way that they have this Aquaman looking, Arthur Curry, I'm with it. You know, I think he's cool. So, I don't know. And then that movie is described as a bromance comedy type of action-adventure type of thing. I don't know if it's listed as a comedy, but the trailers looked hilarious just because I find Momoa hilarious. You know, he just seems to be having a good time wherever he goes. But also there has been rumors recently that the villain of the second Batman movie, Batman Part 2, Matt Reeves' second Batman movie, Pattinson's second Batman movie, the main villain will be Hush, which we do see the word Hush in a quick little promo shot talking about Thomas Wayne, his father. So that's very interesting stuff. Hush from the comic books or even the animated Hush Batman animated series or movie or whatever it is. Very good. So, you know, I highly recommend. So if they're doing a live action Hush, that could be some really exciting stuff. Whatever Matt Reeves does, I will be there for. I really want to see him do like a live action Dr. Freeze, you know, and not like Arnold Schwarzenegger. We're gonna bring you back to the Ice Age, yeah, you know, like, no, we want a real one. We want a real Dr. Freeze with real stakes, his wife, you know, like, that will be what makes it cool and what makes it really, like, impactful. There's also rumors that a Cyberpunk movie, so Cyberpunk 2077, the game, a lot of people had hate, a lot of people couldn't get the game to work well. I got the game originally, played it for like a second, it was really buggy, so I didn't play it for like probably a year, and then all of a sudden I was watching a podcast and some guy was like, yeah dude, they updated the game so that, you know, all the bugs are fixed, and it took them a long time, but when they did update the game, I went back and played it, and it's actually a pretty freaking good story. It's interesting. It's not really my type of game, but the world that it's in, very interesting stuff with Johnny Silverhand, Keanu Reeves, you know, so it's very, very interesting stuff. But they're trying to make a live action version of this with Johnny Silverhand, Keanu, you know, I would watch it. Anything with Keanu these days, I would watch. After seeing him in John Wick, I'm in, baby. Let's talk about Loki for a second, huh? Loki Season 2 premiere, Episode 1, Ouroboros, was awesome. I really enjoyed it. Comment below, you guys been watching it? What do you think? Tom Hiddleston Loki is unbelievable. I really love what he's doing with his character and where the show's going. He's been doing some great work as Loki too. You know, the acting of time slipping. You know, I don't know how they did it. If he's just you know, and they just kind of cut it and made it look good. But like, he looks like he's in so much pain. So much pain. But I have some questions, huh? So, because we do have some images here of Loki and Sylvie at McDonald's. Sylvie's in a McDonald's outfit. She's behind the counter. You get Loki walking into that McDonald's. I wonder if that will be next episode. Because the first episode ended with a post-credit scene with her there. So then you see Loki talking to her. Looks like she's still outside that McDonald's. She has like this mullet thing going on. But, you know, I find it so funny that Sylvie went from killing He Who Remains to just, oh, we're working at McDonald's, whatever. you know. But then we have these other images that I don't know if they're from this next episode or not, but you see this TVA screen with all these wires in the background, this crazy mess, this jungle, this haystack of wires, and it just looks crazy. I wonder what's going on there. It looks like the timeline's exploding and the TVA is trying to fix it. But you get a still of Tom Hiddleston's face here. He looks very sad, but he also looks happy, so maybe he's seeing Sylvie again for one of the first times. You get Sylvie with Mobius here, so that's interesting. What are they? They look scared. They look like they're screaming, "Come back, no!" You know, who are they screaming at? Probably Loki. Then you get this one. I think this is from last season, actually, where Sylvie pushes Loki out of the time door, and then he ends up where he ends in the season finale of season 1. So maybe this is they're going to show us this again, but from Sylvie's point of view, where she's then sitting there in the end of time in the Citadel, and she's just like, I just pushed the only person that loved me through a time door. I killed the only dude that gave my life purpose. My whole life was chasing this guy down. I finally killed him, and he said, "See you soon." He's not even mad, and now the multiverse is breaking. She has no idea what's going on, and she's just like, wants a burger, I guess. She goes to McDonald's. She wants to try everything. So I don't know what Sylvie's doing, but we'll find out the next episode. But one of the main questions I got, right? The last time we saw Kang, or He Who Remains, or whatever, a Kang variant, was not Loki Season 1. It was Ant-Man Quantumania. And this Kang got sucked into something smaller than the quantum realm. So what is that? Is that the TVA? Is that, where is that? So I'm wondering, I know we see Victor Timely in Loki, but do we see Kang the Conqueror? Do we see any of these Kang that we saw in the post-credit scene, where they're all portaling into this, like, arena? Do we see them? Do we see any of these guys? Do we see, you know, the arena itself, like with all these Kang variants? Like, this is craziness. You know, I still can't believe that they got Jonathan Majors to do all these different takes of him just jumping around, losing his mind. They got him to do a full prosthetic so he could be a one shot for 1 second where he's a lizard Kang. What the hell? You know, you have no idea what's going on. But comment below, are you excited? Are you excited? Also, one other thing that I wanted to talk about, Star Wars Eclipse. Ooh, Star Wars Eclipse was a game that hasn't come out, but the trailer for it recently got taken offline because of, I guess, music or whatever that was in the trailer. But I wonder if it got put back up. But the last time I seen that trailer was so interesting. The way that these creatures are hitting like a gong or a drum, and then, you know, you keep just seeing eyeballs and stuff of like an eclipse happening. So like, I wonder what happens in this game, or what happens to the people when the sun goes behind a moon or whatever, or another planet, and you get the eclipse. I don't know, but that game, the trailer looked so good. Comment below, what did you think of Eclipse? What did you think of Ahsoka? What do you think is going to happen in Loki Episode 2? We'll be talking more about that Thursday. Stay tuned for more movie reviews. Thank you guys to the ones that watched my Black Panther review the other day. That poor movie is the worst movie-going experience I've ever had at a movie theater, and it is at no fault to Black Panther, but go watch that video if you want to find out what happened to me at that theater. It was a rough day. We got movie reviews coming to the channel. Thor Ragnarok comes out tomorrow. We have Venom coming to the channel soon. I just watched that recently again. I haven't watched that movie in a long time, and that first Venom movie is not that bad. Pretty good. It's not great, but it's not that bad. And now I'm on to Infinity War, Ant-Man the Wasp, Into the Spider-Verse, the rest of the 2018's movies, and then we move on to 2019 and Endgame and all that craziness. So stay tuned. We got some great movie reviews coming to the channel. We'll be talking about it, discussing it, and I would love to discuss it with you. You can @ me on Twitter, Big Cam YouTube. You can hit me up on Instagram, Comically Boston. You can email me, comicallyboston@gmail.com. I would like you to send in, within the subject, right, worst movie-going experience, and I would like to hear your stories. Do you have a good movie-going experience that didn't go very well? Comment below. I would love to hear it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.